Hey, what's good, y'all? Kether here. Welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty and its historical downfall. Some of the issues dating as far back as 2019 that partially served as cause for its downfall to the point of losing half of its player base in less than 3 months after the most recent game's release, which has never been seen before, never been witnessed before. So with that being said, let's get right into it. So at the time of me recording this, Call of Duty has currently lost around 52% of its player base, not even 3 months into the Black Ops 6 cycle, which again is absolutely unseen. We've never seen this kind of event before, and for today's video I have picked 4 highlights that I believe had the biggest contributions as to why Call of Duty is in the current state as it is, why it is bleeding so many players every single day, 1 or 2% per day. It is absolutely insane, and we will get right into the first issue that is the most obvious one: skill-based matchmaking. Alright, so if you've been playing Call of Duty for the past 5 years, you may have heard of something called skill-based matchmaking. So what it does is that it puts you with other players that are roughly the same skill level as you. Now, it would make sense if it was ranked play, which I'll get into later, but I generally do not understand why it is in casual playlists. Like, if it's casual, it should be for people who are just looking to unwind from a long day at work, or whatever. Do you just want to have fun with friends and not be too competitive, not focused on competition or whatever, just for the sake of having fun? But for some reason, skill-based matchmaking is here just to protect the lower bracket of players who are not so good at Call of Duty. Basically to influence them into buying bundles and stuff like that because of how they'll feel confident in themselves, thinking that they are the hot shit in Call of Duty, thinking that they have a chance at becoming a professional player, when in reality they are just simply protected by skill-based matchmaking. And the worst part is, it doesn't even take into consideration your ping. Like, for example, you could be extremely good, like you could perform very well, play of the game, MVP, all of that stuff, and for the next 10 games, you'll just end up losing again and again and again, whether it's because you're facing absolute sweats, or because your ping is out of the stratosphere with thousands of ping, even with packet loss, packet burst, and all that stuff. Basically, the game's just setting you up for failure, and as soon as you enter halftime of your current match, you can actually feel it. You can actually feel skill-based matchmaking trying to turn the tables around, trying to give the other team a chance, which explains why most of the matches, including mine in the Black Ops 6 cycle, have felt so close. And that is because skill-based matchmaking is at an extremely high level right now in order to protect the players who are not so consistent at Call of Duty, for better words. And because of that, everyone who is at least average at Call of Duty suffers from it, except for those who are below average. And because of that, you will face a lot of issues such as, again, like I said, bad ping, packet burst, packet loss, or whatever. Even some issues that have been rumored for a little while, such as skill-based damage, which I think has pretty much been confirmed at this point. And if you are high enough into the skill bracket, you will be very likely to face cheaters and hackers, which I'll get into later in the video. So basically, the more talented and consistent you are at the game, the more the game will punish you. You just cannot win in this type of scenario, and it absolutely sucks. Speaking of cheating, we are going to talk about just that, as every single year, Call of Duty when it comes to cheating has been worse and worse and worse. And for those who are talented, that is a huge reason as to why some of them, or most of them should I say, decided to just leave the game, basically because of the fact that they know that is not going to get fixed anytime soon. The Ricochet anti-cheat system is just absolutely useless. The game is plagued with cheaters and hackers, especially Warzone, and not even ranked play is safe from this. A game mode that is supposed to actually reward you for being good by giving you high ranks, rewards that are exclusive to certain ranks, such as operator skins and calling cards or whatever. However, not even in ranked play can you be safe from the cheaters and hackers, and it's gone so bad to the point where if you just so happen to piss off someone who is a cheater, they can just straight up push a button that will basically toggle 100 reports simultaneously on your account, basically just shadow banning you at will. That is how much power the cheaters have. That is how bad the situation is in Call of Duty when it comes to cheating, and that is one, if not the biggest cause as to why Call of Duty has lost half of its player base, because of how bad it is. And it genuinely seems like Activision doesn't care or try to sweep this under the rug by posting on Twitter about how they banned a few thousand accounts here and there. Like, if they actually did this, that's great, but the problem is, it is so easy to make yourself another account. Like, all you need in most spaces on the internet is an email, a password, in some cases a phone number, and that's it. You got yourself a new account and you're ready to just cheat again. That is pretty much why the anti-cheat system in Call of Duty is absolute doo-doo. It doesn't do anything. As a matter of fact, the anti-cheat system is so bad to the point when it bans the wrong players. It bans the players who just so happen to have their biggest glow up in their life, who have done this in a legit and genuine way because of how the game thinks they have cheated suddenly, when in reality they were just simply having a good day. And I understand that running into a cheater is not fun at all. It may bring out the worst in you, you may want to cuss out at the cheater, but the problem is, if you do that, there is a high chance that you will get banned for saying anything in voice chat that the people seem to remotely find offensive. And we'll get into that soon. To those of you who say that Call of Duty nowadays feels soulless, and that there is no passion, and that instead there is just a greed for money by Activision, you guys are absolutely right. Because if you don't know, Call of Duty, especially Black Ops 6, most of it is run by AI. I am not joking. Like, some pictures in the game for events and stuff like that have been made by AI. Some voices are AI. Most, if not all, bundles are AI. Zombies voice actors have quit their job because they have had no protection against AI. The voice moderation system for Call of Duty is AI, which is absolutely stupid because normally AI should be intelligent and stuff like that, but the voice moderation system is so incompetent to the point where if you even just say one cuss word, such as dropping the F-bomb because you're so angry at a cheater that is just fucking you over, guess what? The cheater's not gonna get punished. You are. Just because you happen to have dropped the F-bomb towards the cheater, and the cheater ended up having their feelings hurt, so they end up shadow banning you by pressing a button that, like I said, reports you 100 times at once. That is absolutely stupid. There needs to be more humanity in Call of Duty. There needs to be more people on the board, so that basically ensuring that Call of Duty functions properly, rather than just letting AI do the work when clearly it is not set. It is not programmed to do its job with actual competence. That is a huge issue that has plagued Call of Duty for the past 2 years at least, and has gone even worse with Black Ops 6, just like with most issues that I've talked previously, and some issues and one more issue that I will talk about in this video. Now, for the last part of this video, I want to talk about something that I believe is an issue that is bigger than what meets the eye, and that is bundles. Now, the reason as to why bundles are such a problem is because of the fact that Activision saw how much money they make off of it, despite the fact that it is made effortlessly. Most of them, like I said, being made by AI, and because of that, they would rather focus on creating more and more bundles rather than giving the players an actually enjoyable experience. And because of that, Call of Duty nowadays feels more like a showcase rather than a game. It feels like a simulator of how much money you can flex on people rather than a game that is about shooting other people, whether it's killing mercenaries, or terrorists, or zombies. It depends on the game mode that you play. But Call of Duty has strayed far away from its path. Its purpose to be an FPS game about military stuff. Instead, it genuinely feels like a fashion game with all those flashy bundles here and there. I mean, look, let's be honest. If I was to go 10 years back and tell the Call of Duty community, hey, there is an execution in which you could have a unicorn shit out rainbows towards your enemy, basically just killing them on the spot, everybody would think I'm insane, and I would get locked up in an insane asylum. But hey, would you look at that? It has now become a reality, which is why most people say that Call of Duty feels like Fortnite nowadays, especially with how many collabs they do with other franchises, such as Squid Game and basically any other piece of media that is popular, all for the sake of making as much money as they can, which is absolutely sad because Call of Duty 10 years ago was very different. You could easily tell that there was passion put in games such as Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and even maybe Black Ops 4 if you like it, because hell, even Black Ops 4 is better than most games we have nowadays. I would rather play Black Ops 4 Zombies rather than Vanguard Zombies, which is crazy because Black Ops 4, before Vanguard came out, was considered to be the game with the worst zombies mode ever. And lo and behold, that was like that until 2021. But hey, I'm pretty much striving away from the topic. I was talking about bundles. So, again, bundles feel absolutely soulless. They feel absolutely hollow, just like the game. And it's just incredibly sad to see. And unfortunately, it is not going to get better anytime soon. Like, yeah, sure, there might be a Black Ops 2 remaster or a Black Ops 2 sequel this year, but who's to say that it is going to be good? That is the problem. I don't know, I guess we'll have to see for ourselves. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching this video. If you guys like what you saw, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys also turn on your notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my future videos. This was Kether, talking about the sad and catastrophic state of Call of Duty nowadays. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.